So we call this Walk-In Confessions. And it's basically, a place where we share those stories of, I think, it's like we all came up through this, and we all had those days where it was like, you either were like, this is the worst day of my life. This will be my last day on the line, last day in the kitchen. I'm never going to make it back from this. And you do it. It's okay. And it's fine. Or those times where everything completely goes sideways behind the scenes, and like you somehow make it through. You get the dinner out. Nobody's any of the wiser. And you're like, we were this close to calling like the fire department, NSA, and like 3 other departments to like shut this down. And just those stories that like live in infamy among little circles, but maybe we've never shared. And I feel like also like private chefs always have really good ones because you guys do events everywhere and every place. Or from your line days of just like one of those days where it's like everything went sideways and you hung with it.
God, we got to do this.
It's mandatory.
Do you want me to start?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay. I mean, instantly what comes to mind is like one of the very last places I worked at this really tiny restaurant. I'm not going to name it because we're about to tear it up, but a small place, really small, full of broken promises. And this was the first time I was a head chef. And we had a really hard time with the like employees, and fucking maybe it was my fault for being like inexperienced at the time. But we had a lot of just like a revolving door of like really kind of bottom of the barrel workers in the kitchen.
Sure.
A lot of dudes that were smoking crack and whatever else, it was so hard. And one week, like I was really losing my shit, and it was a small line and it was a pretty small place. And I realized that I could kind of do it myself if I had to, because there were days where like I'd be flipping out with this guy, or like this guy just completely disappear. We have a new guy, whatever the fuck. It was a bad system. And there was a day where it was me and like the last guy. Like the guy that we had that week, we had one guy left on this particular day. And I hated him so much. And I asked him to bring me the chicken stock from the fridge. I asked him to bring me the chicken stock from the fridge, and he came back with a bucket of Dijon mustard.
Oh.
And I was so look at the vein in my neck right now. I was so like at the end of my fucking rope, and I was so stressed. We've been on and off working alone the whole fucking week, and he brought me this fucking sorry, am I cursing too much on this podcast?
No,
I think
do that a lot.
you're in a safe space.
I looked at this bucket of Dijon mustard and I was like, get the fuck out. Get out. Get out.
And this is the last man standing.
The last man. Like, so then it was just me. And he was like, what? Are you sure? I was like, get the fuck
Are you
away
sure?
from me. Get out. Please get out before I
take your
so
fucking mustard bucket with you and get the fuck out.
Take your fucking Dijon and get out. And he left. And then my boss, like, because like the owner called me. He's like, why did you do that? I was like, fuck you. I don't need you to understand. You keep sending me like these idiots from your other place. Like, this is not. I don't care. I don't want him back. He's like, he'll come back. He'll do good. I'm like, no, he won't. I will finish this
Nope.
today. Probably finish it tomorrow. Maybe I won't be alive next week. Let's see what happens. That was a dark day.
Sounds like it.
That is.
How much longer
So
did you
just
work there
run
after
service
that?
by yourself that day?
Yeah. And a couple of days at that place. Like, I won't say a lot, like it was multiple weeks in a row or anything, but it would be sporadically I would. Like, once I realized that I could, it gave me a little freedom to be like, okay, if there's like a actual crackhead in here and I don't want him here, like they could go.
You're like, it's either me and mustard bucket guy, or I'm just gonna hang out by myself here and cook and not murder mustard man.
Yeah. But it wasn't much longer there. No, it was maybe I actually ended up getting COVID and I couldn't taste anything for a little while.
Oh.
And so I caught like 2 weeks off because I got COVID, and that was nice. And then I came back and I couldn't taste for a while. And
That
was
is the
crazy.
chefiest thing I've heard today, where you're happy to get sick because you can finally get a day off.
Yeah, that was amazing. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Don't
I used
have
to
My,
hope
my
sometimes,
body
I'm
has
like,
revolted against me hard enough that
if
it
I
has
get
to
hit
shut
by
down.
a car today, I get a day off. It's
You
I would
just said
stand at
something
the edge
so
of the sun.
important. The holding it against you. If you did, like, if I had gotten hit by a car, somebody would have held it against me. COVID was like the
Yeah.
one thing nobody could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like I remember at one point with my cooks, it was like they kept giving each other COVID, and I was like, "Can you guys just?" And it was like it was all because they were sharing weed pens,
Oh, come
and I was like,
on.
"I will buy everyone here a weed pen. I don't even smoke weed. I don't care if you guys smoke weed after work, but just like smoke your own fucking weed pens. Like, I'll buy everybody their own. Like, stop sharing weed pens. Stop
it's like
making
sharing
out with each
needles
other
during
like
the AIDS epidemic.
just like please, for the love of God,
Oh
like
my
stop.
God.
They're like,
Oh,
yeah, I don't know what happened. It's like, you don't know what happened.
Really? You don't know
I know what
how to
happened.
spread?
3 of you sat on a milk crate and fucking smoked weed for a half hour after work.
Oh,
They're like, nah, couldn't have been it.